SaaS marketing in 2026 is a completely different game. What worked 5 years ago, most of that doesn't land today. The platforms have changed, user behavior has shifted, and the attention is harder to earn than it ever has been. In this video, I'm breaking down the strategies that actually matter right now. You'll learn how to think about SaaS marketing more clearly, how to pick the right channels, and what to focus on based on your growth stage. If you're tired of spreading yourself thin and want a smarter, more focused way to grow, this is for you. Let's dive in. Before we talk about any specific tactic or channel, we need to talk about positioning, because this is where most SaaS marketing falls apart, and most founders don't even realize it. Here's the thing. Great messaging makes weak platforms work. Poor positioning breaks every channel. You could be running the most sophisticated ad campaigns, posting the best content, doing everything right from a technical standpoint, and if your positioning is off, none of it will convert. Positioning is not your tagline. It's not your homepage headline. It's the fundamental answer to the question, why should this specific person care about this specific product right now? And the key word there is specific. Most founders try to appeal to everyone, and they end up resonating with no one. The fix is to narrow your focus. Align your message to a narrow pain point and a clearly defined ideal customer. Here's a test. Think about your best customer, the one who loves your product, who refers other people. Who would genuinely be upset if you disappeared tomorrow? What does that person say about your product when they describe it to somebody else? That's your positioning, not what you want to say about yourself, what they say about you. And if you nail that, everything else in your marketing gets easier. If you don't, no amount of tactical execution will save you. This is a mistake I see constantly, and it's one of the biggest time wasters in SaaS marketing. Founders feel like they need to be everywhere. LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, a blog, podcast, a newsletter, product hunt, indie hackers, the list goes on. And they spread themselves so thin across all these channels that none of them actually work. Here's the rule. Go deep on 1 to 2 channels. Don't scatter across 10. Pick the channels where your ideal users already spend their attention, and dominate those channels before you even think about expanding. And the channel you pick should match your user's intent and your product's complexity. If you're selling a high-ticket B2B SaaS product, you probably don't need to be doing TikTok dances. Your buyers are on LinkedIn. They're reading long-form content. They're in industry-specific communities. Meet them where they are. The founders who win at marketing aren't the ones who are on every platform. They're the ones who figured out exactly where their audience lives and show up there consistently with content that actually speaks to their problems. So ask yourself, where do your ideal users already spend their attention? That's your channel. Go deep. Ignore everything else until that channel is working. Let's talk about organic content, because this is one of the most misunderstood areas of SaaS marketing. Everyone knows that they should be creating content, and most founders interpret that as produce valuable information. So they write blog posts that explain things, they create LinkedIn posts with tips and how-tos, and they wonder why none of it drives real engagement or conversion. Here's the problem. Value alone doesn't stand out anymore. There's so much content out there, especially now with AI making it trivially easy to produce, that being helpful is just table stakes. What actually stands out is clarity and a strong point of view. A point of view means you have an opinion. You're not just sharing information, you're taking a stance. You're saying, this is how I see the world and here's why. And that's what makes people stop scrolling. That's what makes people follow you. And that's what builds a brand. And this is exactly why founder-led content still drives conversion better than almost anything else. When you show up on camera or write from your own experience or share real stories from the trenches, that's content nobody else can replicate. AI can help you produce more, and you absolutely should be using it to scale your output. But the tone, the insight, the perspective, that has to come from you. So here's the question. What's your take that challenges the default advice in your niche? What do you believe that most people in your space would disagree with? That's your content edge. Lead with that. A clear point of view cuts through faster than any trend. But most SaaS teams focus on quantity over clarity, and that's what kills engagement. If you're building something worth talking about, you need a system that helps you say it well and scale it fast. That's exactly what the AI SaaS Bootcamp is built for. It gives you the proven roadmap to build, launch, and grow a profitable AI-powered SaaS without wasting months guessing what to do next. If you're ready to move faster with more clarity, the link is right at the top of the description. All right, let's talk about paid advertising, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. And most early stage founders get it backwards. The wrong way. You haven't figured out your messaging yet, your organic content isn't converting, and you decide to throw money at ads to accelerate growth. What actually happens is you accelerate spending. You burn cash testing audiences and copy that you haven't validated yet. The right way? Don't run ads until organic converts. Paid amplifies what's already working. If your landing page converts organic traffic, ads will pour fuel on that fire. If your landing page doesn't convert organic traffic, ads will just pour fuel on a pile of wet logs. So the sequence matters. First, nail your positioning. Second, create organic content that resonates and converts. Third, once you have proof that your message and your offer work, then and only then, start running paid ads to scale it. And here's where AI comes in. You can use AI to test copy variations at scale, to segment audiences faster, and to analyze performance data in ways that would have taken a full marketing team just a few years ago. But the AI is only as good as the inputs, and your best input is proof that your offer resonates organically first. Quick check. What proof do you have right now that your offer resonates? If you can point to organic conversions, testimonials, and repeat engagement, you're ready for ads. If you can't do that, that's where your focus should be. I know this might sound old school, but hear me out. Email is still one of the most powerful channels in SaaS marketing. And in 2026, it's more underrated than ever. Here's why. Every other channel you're using, social media, search, paid ads, those are rented channels. The algorithm changes, your reach drops. The platform decides to prioritize something else, and suddenly your content is invisible. You don't own that audience. Email is an owned channel. Your email list is yours. No algorithm can take that away. No platform change can cut your reach overnight. That's incredibly valuable, especially as every other channel becomes more crowded, more unpredictable. Now, the key to making email work in SaaS is automation. You should have nurture sequences for new signups that guide them through the value of your product. You should have activation flows that get them to take the key actions that lead to retention. And you should have those re-engagement campaigns for users who have gone quiet. None of this has to be complicated. A well-written 5-email welcome sequence can dramatically improve your conversion rate. And the secret ingredient? Consistency and relevance. Every email should either teach something useful or move the user closer to a meaningful outcome with your product. Here's a question to sit with. What's the best email you've ever sent? Why did it work? Reverse engineer that success and build a system around that. All right, let's bring it all together. Because if there's one through line in everything that we've covered today, it's this. The best SaaS marketing isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things at the right time. Most founders are doing too many things. They're running ads, posting on 5 platforms, trying SEO, building partnerships, launching webinars, all at the same time. And because none of those things get enough focus, none of them actually work. The move is to align 3 things: your channel, your message, and your product stage. Early stage, focus on positioning and organic content. Growing, double down on what's converting and add paid. Scaling, build systems and automate. And here's the discipline part. Review your data monthly and cut what's not compounding. Not what's not performing yet, what's not compounding. Some things take time to build momentum, but some things are just not going to work for your specific product and your audience. Have the discipline to recognize the difference and reallocate your energy accordingly. Last question. What's one tactic you're doing right now out of habit, not impact? We all have them. The channel that we keep posting on because we always have. The campaign we keep running because we set it up months ago. If it's not driving results, drop it. Focus is your competitive advantage. The best SaaS marketing strategies don't rely on doing more. They rely on doing the right things with precision. When your message is sharp, your platform is aligned, and your execution is consistent, growth becomes inevitable, not accidental. But knowing where to focus is just the beginning. If you want to see more about how to build a complete SaaS strategy from scratch, I have a number of videos on this channel that go through exactly that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. All right, I'll see you on the next one.